Hello, my name is Mandy, and I'll be showing you how to make an Among Us walk cycle animation. So I have the beginnings of a nearly complete walk cycle animation right here. But this will generally be what yours should look like by the end of the tutorial, but at least with a solid color instead of it being just an outline. It should look generally like this. So the program I'll be using is FireAlpaca. It's a great free drawing program for beginners and professionals alike. Though with this program, if you don't want to use this program, you don't have to. Though there's going to be one key feature that FireAlpaca has that you're going to need to use. If you don't want to get this program and you want to use a different one and the other one lacks what you need for this tutorial, then you'll just have to change a step or two. But first things first, you want to go up to File, click New. You want your width to be 900 pixels and you want your height to be 720 pixels. I already have that, so I'm good. Next thing you're going to do is you're going to go up to View. You're going to go down to Onion Skin Mode and you're going to click that. Onion Skin Mode is the feature that we're going to be using mainly. If the drawing program you have does not have it, then your main thing will be changing the opacity of all of your layers. And then, if you don't have Onion Skin Mode on whatever program you're using, you'll just have to turn down the opacity on your layers. Now, time for Step 1. You're going to need to have 4 layers. You're going to go down to your first layer, and then you're going to start drawing a little bean shape, I guess. And that will be the Among Us visor. It doesn't have to be a good shape. We're gonna go back and fix it. Like I had messed up right here. Let me fix that. Do mine over again. That looks good. So I didn't say this before. We'll be using the pen over here, and we're going to be using it at 20. Just after we got the little bean shape, you're going to add the rest of its body. Once we get down to here, what you're going to do is you're going to make a little leg that goes not straight, but off to the side. I know it looks a little choppy, but we'll go over and fix it. You're going to continue with a straight line right here, and then another leg. And then the last part of the body, you'll just go put a line right there. So that's your first little thing. And then you'll add the backpack right here, or whatever this is. I've been calling it a backpack. I messed up. I want to redo that. There we go. That looks good. So you have your first little thing. Of course, you can go back and touch it up I will most likely do that as well, just to make sure it's not as bad. But now we'll go down to the next layer. So you'll click the second layer right here, and you'll see that it has a little line reflection. Well, once you have that done, we'll start doing, once you click that, the second layer, or second frame, I guess I should be saying, you'll start off once again with your little bean for the visor, bean shape for the visor. Okay, next thing we're gonna do is, once you got the little bean shape, the visor, you're gonna start drawing the body once again. So for the body, you're gonna go up, create that I'm just gonna keep calling it bean shape. Now you're gonna add this and add that one leg. Curl it around here. Draw the last line that connects the body, and then draw your last leg, which is just here. And then the backpack. Okay, I'll fix that. Hold on. Alright, there we go. That is your third, or second, second little position. Now onto the third. Once again, you draw this time a circle. And then you begin your little semi-circle up at the top. That makes the Among Us's bean body, or jelly bean body, I guess, shape. Connect it around here. Go down and draw the first leg. Connect the rest of the body, and then your second leg is down over here. And then you draw the backpack. I'm going to keep calling it a backpack. Again, it looks choppy. It will be fixed. I will make it look better. And then the last frame is, we'll start drawing the last frame. And you draw the jelly bean circle, whatever, just circle for the visor. And then you draw the beginning of the semicircle for the beginning of his head. Go down the rest of the way. Here's the start of one leg. I'm going to fix that. Start of one leg. And then the rest, and then connect the rest of the body. And then here is one part of the last leg. And then the rest of the second leg. And then here is its backpack. So from what we have, it's on there, the 4 main layers, and then now what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to have another layer right here, put it down below the first layer, and you're just going to neatly draw it a little neater if you somehow manage to make it look as choppy as I did. You're just going to want to make it look neater. There's the first new layer. So that's going to be you're going to get out of onion. I just realized how hard this is. You're going to get out of onion skin mode, and you're going to rename these. So this is the new one for frame 1. This is the second frame. This will be the 3rd frame, and this will be the 4th frame. So you're going to rename, this one is frame 1. Frame 2. Frame 3. And then frame 4. So now you're just going to redraw your new frames. Right. At this point, you're going to want to actually use your opacity. And then just draw. Alright, now that you have your new 4 frames ready, you're just going to delete your layer 3, layer 4, layer 2, and layer 1, because you don't need them. Then you're going to go back up to, if you have onion skin mode, you're going to turn that back on. And then you're going to, first you can check, you can go down to view, click on view, go down all the way and click on autoplay, and you can look and see how it looks. Since there's a little bit of a mess up seen at the top, we're gonna just fix the top real quickly. We're gonna go off of the first frame. First top, I'm just going to erase a tad bit. I'm just gonna fix it. And then you might want to also fix if your thing over here has a little hump for some reason. Like mine does. You just want to flatten that a little bit. Okay. Kind of like that. So this one, you're going to want to just make that a little bit more outwards, sort of. And then I'll just fix this. Oops. There we go. Alright, now we go back up to view, go back down to autoplay, and we look and see how it looks. It looks good. So now what next we're going to do is you're going to take whatever Among Us color you play as, or whatever is your favorite color. Mine is purple, so we're going to use purple. And you can guess which purple it is. I clicked, I guessed. So I like purple, so we're going to be taking, you're going to go back out of onion skin mode. I'm sorry, that's a lot of things. You're going to go back out of onion skin mode, and then you're going to go and put a layer underneath each of your frames. You're just going to, for your first frame, you're just going to kind of bring it up to 35 for your pen. You can usually kind of like, you're usually able to just kind of pour the bucket on there, but it leaves this bad little line here. So I guess the other thing we can do is just this. So you can click on the little tool right here. You're going to click on the inside of your Among Us character, and you're just going to click expand. And then a thing should pop up for expand, and you're just going to click, you're going to type 2 pixels and then click OK. So now once that's done, you're going to click out of your Among Us, your thing, and then just select, and there you have it perfectly. You can continue doing that for all of yours, or you can do it by hand, which is just fill it in by hand, which you can do. You can do either way if you want. I'm going to do it like this because far less clicking of buttons. Alright, now that you have all your little things filled, don't worry about the little mess up right here. It's the little mess up right here. It's fine where there's purple in the area. Now what you're going to do is you can do this if you want. This is optional, but you can take a darker color, darker tone of whatever color you're using, and you can fill in the shadows if you want of what there would usually be on a normal Among Us character like this. You can do this if you want. You don't have to. It's really up to you. I'm gonna do it because it adds a little depth. You can do it if you want. You don't have to. Alright, you can do it on each of the different little frames you have. Make sure it at least looks similar. You have the shadows on in similar areas on each of the frames. Alright, now next step, you're going to take a light blue and you're going to start filling in the color for the visors, or for the glass on the Among Us character's design. So let's go to that. You can copy what colors I have, what numbers for the R, G, and B I have over here if you want to use this color, because it looks good. You're just going to start filling them in. And then if you want optional as well, you can add the shadow for it as well, if you want. Alright, so after you get that done, you're just going to now merge down each of the outlines to their colors, and then you'll have to I guess you don't have to do this, but I'm gonna do it because I get confused. You're going to have to rename all your layers, your frames. Okay, now I did say that this will be a 8-frame animation. So now that we have all of our basic things done, and our 4 frames finished, we can now you'll go back to onion skin mode, say this, and now you can, if you want, you can go back to autoplay and you can check out how the animation will look. If you would like. But now what we're going to be doing is we're going to duplicate all of our layers. Yay! So I'm going to duplicate frame 1, put that up there, call that frame 5, duplicate frame 2, put that up there, frame 6, duplicate frame 3, put that at the top, rename it to frame 7. This is why I said you're gonna have to name the frames, because it's gonna get confusing. And then now to frame 4, duplicate that, and that will be frame 8. So now that you have these, thankfully like this, you can go back to autoplay, you can check out to see if it looks good. You can bump up the frame per second. I have mine at 5. You're probably gonna have yours at 3. 6 looks like running. 5 looks like good. You can change the frame rate if you want. You can bring it up, make it go to 8. Looks like it's running. But next thing we're going to do is, if you wanted to do what I had done in this previous thing where you added a little shadow, you can do that. It just means you're going to have to merge a bunch, your shadows to your little shadow thing, circle to each of your frames, which you can do that if you want. You don't have to. Now what we're going to be doing is we're going to make sure we have all of our little frames in. After looking at them with the autoplay, you're going to want to make sure if it's looks like it's moving, or look like it's somehow up here, then somehow it's down here. But thankfully, seems all the frames are in a line, which is perfect. Now if you want, you can also add, I guess, a background if you want. You don't have to, but like a background would be, I don't know, like that, and then would be, well, wait, that's not right. And then you can do something like, bring up your thing. You can have it like that, or I guess in a more better way of putting it, you can have it like, oops, nope. Wait. Okay, yeah, that looks good. And then you can have it like this, where it's, well, nope. Then you can sort of like fix it if you mess up. You can add something like a background if you want, but it'll be a tad more work if you do that. So if you look at it from without onion skin mode, it does look good with a little, I guess, a little, so it'll look like, good like that. You can always add a background if you want, but of course we're not going to. So I showed you just now how you can make a little background and how you can just, in order for it to look like it's moving, just take some of the lines or add some more lines. But you have yourself a cute little Among Us thing. So now I will show you how you would save it, I guess. So you would go to For FireAlpaca, you would go to Export. Hold on. You would go to Export Layers, Onion Skin mode right here, and it'll take you to something you can save. I'm going to save mine in my animation project thing. And you just save it wherever you want, and it will, after you do that, it'll save, once it exports, it'll save each of the frames individually so it isn't smushed together. And then the next thing we'll be doing is we'll go over to this website, which is called gifmaker.me. I've used it many times. It's a really good one. So you would go over to, once you get on it, you would go to Upload Images, and you would look for where you put it, and you would click Shift, click on the first frame, and then you would click on the rest, and you would open them all up, and it should put it in order. If it doesn't put it in order, you can always put it in order yourself. And you can bump up the animation speed. I'd say you want to go up to 200, because that looks good. You can have it you can make it an infinite loop, or you can have it only repeat once or twice if you want. But you would click Create GIF Animation, and you can click Download the GIF, or you can click View it. If you click View, it'll show, and it will remove itself after 3 hours. And you can, down here, you can click Download this GIF image, and it will download it for you. However, it does give it a random name, so you're going to have to go back and rename it. But yeah, you've made a little Among Us character walking cycle. So I hope you liked my little tutorial. Bye.